Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, this is Smith in the Black with the Strat Time Report, and it is a matter of less is more right now, and I'll show you why in a few reasons. For one, you got the SPY as an inside day, right? For two, you got a holiday tomorrow, and you got the Fed minutes coming out, so a whole lot of drying up. You also got some conflict because you got this outside week, but it's red, right? Green month running out a month in a tight range. And so anytime the 60 starts to drop back in, you just got all sorts of conflict. We've got a lot of these things that have been getting hit, just backing and filling a little bit. So not a trend day at all as yet, especially SPY inside day. However, that could make for an interesting Friday. But for now, if I didn't have to be here, I would not be here. So just so you know, with the Fed coming, the holiday people start to roll out a little early. But we'll see. But as for now, inside day, we're hoping to either get hit and come down and keep this red and set up the shooter month, or to take this out to have the outside day, 2 down, 3-2-2 back up. But we don't have that. So if you go to QQQ, slight poke down here, and you can see red on the week. We got conflict with that. Then anytime you go red on the 60 and green on the day, you got all sorts of conflict in here. So on the headset here, I'm calling a lot of stuff off. I'm like, if you want to hear people say don't force things, don't force things. There's times that things are a lot more clear, and I'm very patient. And I'm like, if I don't know, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to see if anybody makes a mistake coming into the afternoon, or if something heats up, we can go after it. But for the most part, not doing much here. If you go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, and Dow Jones Diamonds handily inside day. Look at this week, Doji doing nothing, right? And look at this range on the month, doing nothing. All right. So go to small cappers. Small cappers, slight poke down, still red on the week. That's conflict. Doji on the month, that means doing nothing, albeit did back off handily off the highs. But you're just getting stuck in here, and so you just want to be aware of stuff like that because we're looking at SMH. And that potentially could be an outside day. Once again, could be that outside day, 2 down, but then another 3 conflict with the week that's red. And so less is more, folks. If we go to, just seeing this SBLK pop up, I'm like having to go way down the food chain. At least here on this, you've got the inside week, the poke down, the RevStrat week. SBLK coming up here. You can see it's been choppy as heck in here, right? So you'd want to stay up in here. But you did have that 2 up on the day, 2 down, boom. And so these two become an outside bar of that, which reconfirms this. And if that works, potentially setting up the hammer on the month. So we'll see how that goes. If we go to our BLX, and our BLX, so here it's the same setup that we're looking for in the other things actually kicking in a little bit. Outside day by taking out both sides of the previous range. 2 down, 3-2-2, and back up. The problem is, like with a lot of things, conflict. You're red on the week, right? That's no good. The good part about that, though, is that you have an outside bar. That is a broadening formation. So you'll hear me say once a 3, always a 3 can't not be. So you're back into that when you take out these highs and get back into this range. So that's something because it's still inside poke down RevStrat month, albeit handily an exhaustion risk up in here. So we'll see. Right now it goes inside on the 60. We'll see what comes of that. If we go to W, and W, once again, here's that RevStrat monther. Inside month, pokes down, boom, 1, 2, 2, and still have some magnitude to take this out. Now you're an outside week, sold off, and now came back up. So here on the daily, you can see stop them all out down into here. 2 down, boom, 2 up. So now these two become an outside bar of all that, right? So now I don't know. Now, just get chopped up into this kind of thing, but we'll see. How was it? Go to AMD. And AMD also trying to get that 3-2-2, the outside day, the poke down, and now takes that out. So AMD a little better, and still in conflict with the red week, but once you have an outside bar, that gets our attention because we'll keep an eye on CFSMH here can get up closer to being an outside day. That would help that in AMD as well as NVIDIA. NVIDIA here trying to go 2 down, 2 up day over 323.60. You're there right now. Just trying to walk up. We'll see. Also in conflict with the week, and that's a problem, and we don't like that. If we go to LGVN, one of the funsters of all this week, inside day to the upside. There's your inside day, and boom, hits magnitude by taking that out. Did it pretty quick. Now you're inside on the 60, so we'll see what comes of that. I don't know if there's a good 15er in here for you. And a little tricky on that coming up here, but we'll see. Right now, inside on the 60. To see, that would be directional, up, sideways, and hopefully measured move. Finish off quite a week for that thing. If we go to AFRM, and AFRM 212 on the day, right? Inside day up, conflict with the month again, right? Conflict with the week. But as we come into Friday, what I want to be looking for is what are we going to be looking for coming into coming in for the new month, so and week. So for the new week, potentially this is an inside week, pokes down and gives us hopefully the Rev Strat week. But we'll see. We got another half a day here and another half day on Friday. If we go to net, and this is what I'm talking about, the conflict. We did get that Rev Strat weaker. Inside, poke up, boom, take all these guys out in one shot, which all just gives you a doji on the month. That's no good. But for today, you do have a 2 down, 2 up recovery. So we can keep an eye on that because we know it does move. Like I said, I'm calling a lot of stuff off here with the Fed and the holiday coming up. If you go to GLBE, outside day, right? Conflict here, doji on the month, that's not good, but you have some strong green bars here on the 60. It did its job. Once it started traveling through here, we're looking for an outside day. We got that, so the question is, do we get any more out of this thing? Right now on the 30, if you're looking to wait to get in on this, you're going to see this here. Slight poke down by micro penny, but this is a 2 down, 2 up continuation on GLBE on the 30 minute. If you go to MQ, AMD goes the highs. MQ, conflict with the week is red, month is red, but you did have it poke up, take this out. Was that outside day or is it inside day up? Outside day, so it does its job on that. Not too exciting about that either. I'm going down the food chain here, trying to dig up anything if you had to trade. I'd be personally calling a lot of this stuff up because of all this conflict. Facebook, potential outside day, pokes down, takes out the lows, and now green. So still maybe a little bit to get an outside day out of this, but conflict with that week, that's a bit of a problem. We can watch that with, with all the fangers, obviously. Go to John Deere. And John Deere, inside day, gaps up. So you can see here, all these guys stopped out. So here's your broadening formation, the higher high and the lower low, and that's going to be an outside week here. The good part is, just like those other things we're looking for, is this outside month by taking out both sides, the poke down, the 322 on the month, right? That's good. So and the good thing is also that green on all time frames can give you that full time frame continuity to the upside when the 60's green, right? So we'll see if that goes inside or if this was the move. If we go to GH, and GH, outside month by taking out both sides, but you can see this kicker variation on the daily. This is what we like because they blew everybody out here yesterday. Now they're scrambling to get back in. So these two become an outside bar of these two. Is the question going to be strong enough to come after this and go for an outside week? Because you took out the bottom, can you become strong enough to come back up? You can see the higher high, you can see the lower lows. There's your broadening formation. So GH may have a little bit more to it. We'll see. If you go to the 30, you're going to see this. 2 up by taking out the high. Hammer counter shooter 2, 2, 2. Looking to take out this high here at 103.38 in the next half an hour over 102.30. You're there now. On the downside, not too much going on. If we go to DDS, and DDS, still an inside day. Always going to be aware of that. But you can see this huge run up that it's had, right? It doesn't mean it's going to come in, doesn't mean it's going to go down. But if we can get a little bit weaker, go 2-2 down, then you get all these guys to come after. So we'll keep an eye on that right now, just kind of holding firm on the 60, 2-2 back up. So it hasn't quite hit that yet, but you might want to keep an eye on that. Dix, after yesterday, still an inside day, which is a problem. Outside week by taking out both sides, right? Potentially setting up the shooter for the month, though. And we'll see if there's anything more to it. Big enough range to keep an eye on, even though it's an inside day, but always be aware that it is. Big gap down for Autodesk. And Autodesk trying to hold down here now. Looks like inside on the 60. We'll see if that can try and recover or can continue to collapse. If we go to Nordstrom, just kind of gap and sit, so it just kind of fell down. We'll see if we can get a measured move. It'd be nice down, sideways, and keep hitting this thing because you got your outside month clobbered here on the 3-2 down on the week. So we'll see. If we go to DUOL, and DUOL, inside month to the downside here, just got hit early pretty hard, and you can see this reversal here on the 60. 2 up by taking out the previous high, boom, and then back to the previous range, and that's when it really got hit. Now trying to recover there. So like I said, less is more. You got Fed minutes coming out, you got people rolling out for the holiday, you got an inside day in the SPY, so just be careful out there. And on days like today, like I'll be watching the tape to see if anything heats up, if any news hits, anything goes on. And other than that, kind of just kicking back. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you on Friday. That's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith. This is Mr. Black, Strat Time Report.